Viktor Orbán has sent a letter to Antonio Costa, the president of the European Council, stating he's going to block any further assistance to Ukraine, and he goes even further than that, saying that the EU should start direct negotiations with Vladimir Putin in line with Donald Trump. Viktor Orbán is close friends with both Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin, deeply tied into the networks of far-right reactionary politics that is seizing control all around the world, both as Donald Trump's Trojan Horse in the EU and as Putin's submarine against it. He has acted since the beginning of the full-scale invasion in 2022 to block and slow down aid and relief to Ukraine. Not just him, but also Robert Fico in Slovakia acts in concert as the reactionary fifth column within the Union. And while the European Commission has consistently been able to make him fold eventually every time, he has not had Donald Trump in the White House being able to back him and allow them to effectively hold the European Union hostage, and thus Ukraine and its people's future and safety. Next Thursday, another EU meeting of all the leaders are coming together to try to decide what they're going to do in reaction to all of the day-to-day chaos coming out of the United States detachment from Europe and its realignment with Vladimir Putin and its shifting of sides in the war in Ukraine. In his letter to Antonio Costa, Orbán threatens to block any agreement at the summit and states that the strategic differences in the European bloc are insurmountable and that there is no point in issuing any declarations or conclusions from the 27 member states. Quote, an attempt to adopt a written conclusion of the European Council on Ukraine would project an image of a divided EU. Orbán is also sending this letter on the eve of a summit happening tomorrow in just a few hours in London, where Prime Minister Keir Starmer has brought together many European leaders from military powers to respond to what just happened in the Oval Office when Donald Trump and J.D. Vance attacked Volodymyr Zelensky in public on camera. Orbán even proposes a more radical position, stating that the European Union should restrict itself to just supporting Trump and Putin's UN resolution blaming Ukraine for the war. And this resolution from the US and Russia was seconded by China, which creates this situation where we are seeing the European Union and democracies being aligned against by 3 of the 5 permanent members on the Security Council. Next year is the Hungarian election, and it is our best chance to get rid of Viktor Orbán, and if the Slovakians keep it up, they can manage to trigger a snap election in their own country and get rid of Robert Fico. Hungary deserves so much better than Trump on the Danube. Now do some engagement or no one sees and I'm not going to get paid.